the Dinner Made Easy show on our Facebook page. We do here every Wednesday. I am frantically running around trying to get dinner going for our family, and tonight we're having ranch chicken and potatoes casserole. This is one of our most popular recipes. So I want to say this real quick before we get started. In April and May, there were 2 really bad hailstorms here in San Antonio, and just about everybody's roof is being redone pretty much in our town. Like, I think the biggest damage insurance claim wise in the history of Texas, I think. So our roof is being redone right now. They're almost finished, but you might hear a little like buzzing and that annoying like nail gun that they have going on. So that is, if you hear any background noise, that's what's happening here at our house. But we will proceed onward with our little Facebook Live show here. So I'm going to flip the camera around. I have got everything here set up. And this is what we're doing. Oven preheated to 400 degrees. This is a 9 by 13. You could, use a bigger dish, or even a jelly roll pan. Did that come out right? Jelly roll pan. Yeah, a larger baking dish, a smaller dish, depending on size. Easy to go up or down. Okay, bite-sized chicken. This is 2 chicken breasts, and it is going right into the dish. I already cut it up. I gotta adjust this real quick. Hang on. All right, 400 degrees. Spray a baking dish or a sheet baking tray of some kind. Chicken. This is 2 chicken breasts cut up. The chicken will shrink a little bit, so it doesn't have to be perfectly small. Perfectly small. How do you like that? Okay. All right. So this is chicken. In the recipe that is on the website, which I will link here shortly, I have quartered potatoes, but I have fallen in love with these guys. Hook me up if you've ever had these with some hearts or some wows. If you've ever had these baby potatoes. These are the teeny tiny ones. I just like the blend. I like the taste of these, taste and texture of the purple ones especially. And my kids think it's hilarious that these potatoes are different colors. Okay, Amy, we're not cooking it. This is raw chicken. Did I say that wrong? This is raw chicken. Maybe clarify that for me, Amy. Okay, so this is all going in like this. I also like this because it's convenient. It is a little teeny tiny bit more expensive than if you were to buy red potatoes, but we're just going to mix this all in here. The potatoes are going to release a little liquid. The chicken is going to release quite a bit of liquid, so I'm not going to drizzle olive oil over this. You could absolutely drizzle olive oil over the top, but I don't think you're going to need to because there will be enough liquid in here for you to go. So I've pre-made my little ranch dressing. This is a teaspoon of parsley. I forgot the dill. A half a teaspoon of basil, onion powder, garlic powder. I'll share the exact recipe with you. And I'm going to grab the dill. I forgot it in my haste. I like to do this pre-made ranch. A packet of ranch dressing, 1 packet of ranch dressing is perfect as well. But this is my homemade version. We're just going to do this. How do you like my swirling? I have always cooked the chicken first, then put it whenever. Oh no, you can do this raw. For sure. You're roasting the chicken and the potatoes together. So you could use like gold potatoes. You could use red potatoes, the larger red potatoes, the ones that are, more like, let's say this big, if, maybe 2 of those combined. I would just quarter them so they're a little bit smaller. That way they just roast up nicely. We're going to roast this for 40 to 45 minutes at 400. So I'm just going to sprinkle this. You can toss it, but you can see that this is just the right amount to sprinkle over everything. Again, if you wanted to do the packet of ranch dressing, just use a packet of ranch dressing. Salt and pepper. Just a little bit, a pinch or 2. Spread it around. And this is going in the oven like this. So 400 degrees for 40-45 minutes. This is 2 chicken breasts cut up into bite-sized pieces. This is 2 pounds of the baby potatoes. You could use 2 to 3 pounds of like red or gold small potatoes and then quarter them. So they're about this size. And then a homemade ranch or 1 ranch packet. Just sprinkled all over the top of everything. We're going to bake this for 40 to 45 minutes. Bake/roast for 40 to 45 minutes. This will get nice and cooked and the potatoes will soften. We're going to do that. We're going to pretend I just baked it, pretend I just put it right back here. Then we're going to add shredded cheddar right on top. The heat from the chicken and the potatoes will melt it pretty quickly, but I'm gonna say go ahead and put it back in the oven for like 5 to 10 minutes just to really get the cheese nice and melted all over the chicken and potatoes. And then I have a secret happening over here. I have a surprise for you guys. After you pull it out of the oven, then we're going to top it with crumbled bacon. Yum, yum, yum. So I just have this simmering. I had it on low while we were over there doing the other dish. And I will just let this cool, run a knife through it so it crumbles really nicely. And then the final product then is our chicken, our potatoes, covered in the cheese. Again, after we bake it, cover in cheese, top with crumbled bacon. And yeah, let me do a quick recap for you on this recipe. Preheat to 400 degrees. Lightly grease there we go, there they fly. Lightly grease a baking dish. This is for 4 servings, 4 to 6 servings, I suppose. We'll polish this tray off here. 2 chicken breasts cut up into bite-sized pieces. 2 to 3 pounds of potatoes. These are the baby potatoes. You could use the small gold potatoes or the small the larger than this red potatoes and quarter them up. You could do even like 2 big baking potatoes even and quarter them down and cut them down to the smaller pieces. Ranch dressing. I do a homemade ranch, and for this one I did a teaspoon of parsley, a half a teaspoon of basil, a half a teaspoon of dill, a teaspoon of garlic powder, and a teaspoon of onion powder. That's my homemade version. I will drop a link. Someone just asked for the recipe. I will drop a link to that. You can also just use a packet of the ranch dressing. That goes on top. You bake it in the oven uncovered for 40 to 45 minutes. Then you add cheese on top. Bake it for another 5 to 10 minutes just to melt the cheese nicely through, and then to top it all off so that it's lovely and perfect. Crumbled bacon can go right on top. Lisa, other root vegetables? Absolutely. I think with this one, I would probably do parsnips and carrots with this. I'm not sure I would do sweet potatoes with the ranch. You could try it. I don't know that I would love that, but definitely would be a great option there for some of the other root vegetables. I think parsnips and carrots is what I would do with this. I think those would play nicely with the ranch flavors. The recipe on the website is to make 2 pans worth. So I halved it for this cooking for our show here and for our dinner tonight. So that is what I know. That is dinner made easy for you tonight. Super delicious, super simple. Like, how long did it take me to throw that in the pan? I've been talking and repeating the recipe like twice now. So yeah, this is super, super easy. Okay, side dishes, Fiona. I would serve this with like a salad, just some fresh steamed veggies, broccoli, green beans, peas. I would just do a greenish veggie to go with this, since we've already got the protein and the starch fully loaded in your baking dish. Okay, that's what I know. Dinner made easy right there for you. I'll be back tomorrow with my daily dish show at noon Central Time, and next week on Wednesday with another dinner made easy for you. We will see you again in a future video.